Boya, the name is Major Slack, and I have got your back as you attempt to play along with me in my most insane Skyrim challenge ever. I'm going to call this challenge the Extreme Skyrim Pure Combat Run. And these are the ball-breaking, as in whack the family jewels with a sledgehammer, rules of engagement. No crafting, no purchases, no skill training, no followers, no racial powers, and playing on legendary difficulty. Let's roll back to the first one. No crafting. What does this mean? This means no smithing, no enchanting, and wait for it, no alchemy. Alright, calm down.
I can't believe Slack is playing with no alchemy.
Yes, Slack is playing Skyrim with no alchemy. Alright, calm down. Now, let me just clarify the no enchanting and no alchemy thing, because there's bound to be somebody who's going to come along who probably didn't listen to this intro or something like that, and it's going to say something like, Slack, you use that enchanted armor. Okay, let me just clarify. All found items are fair game. That bears repeating, people, and read my lips. All found items are fair game. Anything we find, we're allowed to use. Alright? So, like I said, no saying, you use that enchanted armor. We're allowed to use it. We find it, it's fair game. All found potions are fair game. We're simply not allowed to make any potions. But if we find them, we're allowed to use them. Cooking is fair game. So we're allowed to make vegetable soup, beef stew, stuff like that.
Okay, Slack, so basically, this is a stealth archer run.
No, hold up. I'm not finished yet. I already thought of that. First of all, before you criticize, playing as a stealth archer with these extreme rules of engagement is no cakewalk. Really, it's no cakewalk. You gotta try it. It takes a hell of a lot of strategy to kickstart a stealth archer build with no skill training and no smithing and no enchanting. It really throws a big monkey wrench into the whole RPG thing for any builds, for any kind of build. Nevertheless, I have decided to add an extra level of insanity to this challenge. The challenge will only be complete when the following two conditions have been met. Condition number 1, we must reach the armor cap. And for those of you who don't know, the armor cap is the maximum usable armor rating in the game. And that is 542 with a shield or 567 without a shield. Above those numbers, any armor rating that you have is just simply unusable. That's just the way the game works, okay? So that's what's known as the armor cap. Once again, 542 with a shield, 567 without a shield. And you have no idea how incredibly difficult that is to reach with no smithing and no enchanting. But it can be done.
Okay, Slack, assuming reaching the armor cap is doable with no smithing and no enchanting, you could probably still do that as a stealth archer.
That's true. That's why the second condition, which must be met before the challenge is considered complete, is, drumroll please, we must level up the one-handed skill to 80. As you can clearly see, with the extreme Skyrim rules of engagement which forbids buying skill training, the only way you can level up the one-handed skill is to actually go into combat as a one-handed warrior. And not just a little bit of combat, lots of combat. So we can't just tiptoe through this challenge as a stealth archer. At some point or another, we're going to have to transform into a one-handed warrior. And many of you hardcore slackers have seen my demos and test runs and previous walkthroughs of exactly how difficult it is for an underdeveloped one-handed warrior to go into combat on legendary difficulty. It's absolutely brutal. You've all seen that. Now, having played extensively with these rules of engagement, strangely enough, the best way to accomplish these goals is to actually switch back and forth between a stealth archer and a one-handed warrior at certain strategic points throughout the run. And in fact, you'll probably be surprised to see that we're actually going to start out as a one-handed warrior, because strategically it makes more sense to do so. And I'll explain more about that as we go along. Right now I want to explain a couple of exceptions to the no purchase rule. I don't want to burden this walkthrough with having to walk everywhere in Skyrim. It's just going to slow everything down. Any purchase related to transportation is allowed. All right, so buying carriage rides, that's allowed. Even purchasing a horse, if you manage to scrape together enough money, is allowed. That's number one. Number two, any quest related purchase is allowed. So, for example, joining the College of Winterhold requires that you buy a spell in order to advance that quest. That's allowed. Okay, so any quest related purchase is allowed. Any transportation related purchase is allowed. So unlike my no purchase challenge run, we are allowed to handle gold. We're just not allowed to purchase any items from merchants, and we're not allowed to purchase any skill training. And we're also not allowed to sell anything. All right, you may be thinking, well, why not? Because that's against the spirit of the challenge. The spirit of this challenge is to remove as much business from the gameplay as possible. So I don't want this to turn into, looting, a whole bunch of stuff and then taking it to a merchant and selling it off and then, rinse repeat. I want to remove that whole dynamic from the game altogether. I want to remove as much business from this gameplay as possible. So like the title says, pure combat, right? That's what this is all about. That's it for the intro. Let's get busy. Extreme Skyrim Pure Combat starts now. All right, let's do this. Starting at the beginning of the game where we are prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
Run for it, look here.
I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Run for it.
Halt!
Attaboy. Run! Run! Dodge!
Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are we? Well, if you want to play along with this challenge, you might have a lot of ideas. Which race is the best to start out as? Some of you may be thinking, start out as a high elf, Slack, because that way you can use the bound bow right away. That's a good idea. Others may be saying, no, Slack, start out as a red guard because he has the highest one-handed skill. That's also a good idea. But having played through this extensively, I would have to say the best choice to start out with is Orc. Why? Because of all things, the hardest to level up without skill training is heavy armor. By far. Heavy armor is a bitch to level up with no skill training. And orcs start out with the highest heavy armor skill level. So definitely orc. And let's just quickly dress him up. Let's go with... There's a certain preset here. I thought it was just hilarious. It's the last one. This one here. Yeah, definitely that guy. That's it. We're going with him as is. And we're going to name him... No Biz. For obvious reasons. Grimfang. I want his first name to be No Biz for sure. Grimfang is up for grabs. If you got a better idea for his family name, post a comment. Right? That's it. We're underway.
You from one of the strongholds, Orc. How did you end up here? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
Death
As
to the
fearless
Imperials.
Death as he was in life.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
Dragon!
Alright, that's it. It's game on. Run, no biz. Run! What?
You need to get over here now.
Out of the way, kid. Orc coming through. Good day, officer. Nice day for a dragon burning, eh? And we're gonna go with Hadvar to get the free iron gear in town.
We're escaping, Hadvar.
Since we're not allowed followers, any combat in Helgen Keep is pretty much like we're not allowed to do it. Okay, just free me up here.
Keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from.
Okay, so we're just gonna speed run through Helgen Keep. Take some of this stuff for a little bit of protection as we run through. That and the iron sword. That can go. That can go. Let's just put this on temporarily. We're gonna dump it very soon. Keep both those for now. Can't use our racial power, but we can use this. Healing 1, flames 2, iron swords 4, and that's it. Let's go.
That thing's still out there. I hear that. Storm cloaks. Maybe we can raise them.
Okay, I'm just gonna jam through and quickly check the sacks on the right here, just in case they have some tomatoes. Come on, tomatoes. Okay, cabbages. Okay.
We only want. If you want to die, so be it.
Okay, let's see if I can grab this. Yeah, I am. Ah, ouch. Give me that. Give me the potion. The salt pile is actually good too, but I was too chicken to grab it.
Let's see what you've got.
Yeah, the salt pile is actually useful. Use that in some recipes. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Get that. Get that. Actually, I want the lockpicks too. I missed the sparks, but that's okay. We don't really need it. It's really hairy in there. As long as I got the novice hood and the novice robes. Even the robes you don't need, just the novice hood. And that's it. We're gonna have speed run through the rest of the way through Helgen Keep because there's nothing else we can do. Like I said, combat in here is with the followers, so it doesn't count. So any leveling up we do here is verboten. It's forbidden. So we're just gonna have to speed run through. And we're gonna need cab fare, so grab this. Run by the spiders. First set of heavy armor we're gonna put together is iron, so I might as well take this iron helmet and all the booze. Whoops, damn it. This wagon is so, like, you know, you just like tap it a tiny little bit, and as you see, that's what happens. Grab all the booze, it's going to be useful. Up you go, come on. And forget about the bear. Just want to get out of here. There we're good. Let's dump that Imperial helmet. Off you go. On goes the Iron helmet. And hopefully the quest will complete. Hopefully the game doesn't glitch out of me. Come on, quest complete. There we go. Had a boy. It's a good game. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so one thing about playing with these rules of engagement. Every little thing you find all of a sudden has much more meaning. Like playing Skyrim, normally I always look at all my loot as, you know, how much is it worth? And can I disenchant that so I can use the enchantment for something else that I can make? Now, everything you find is something like you can possibly use right away. It takes on a completely different meaning. So I always like to go here. Didn't you really need that iron sword? And check this Thalmor, dead Thalmor soldier to see what an iron shield resists frost. That's very interesting. Okay, and the potion, and that's pretty much all we can use. We can maybe use this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're not ready for a wolf yet. Just run away like a little girl over here. And we're gonna go head over to Anisa's cabin. Anisa's cabin has a very important item. What's that, Slack? Vegetable soup. Something I never bothered to notice before. Yeah, she's got some vegetable soup there, which will allow us to do perpetual power attacks right away without having to worry about getting some tomatoes for the vegetable soup recipe, which is always the bottleneck. You can always find lots of cabbages, leeks, and potatoes, but tomatoes, typically you can't get any until you get all the way up to Whiterun. Sometimes you get lucky in Riverwood, but that's very rare. And her vegetable soup is right. Boom. There, let's grab that. Okay. Dum dum dum. Good day, Anise. Nice doing business with you. Let's head on over to the Guardian Stones. Which are right there. And there's Hadvar. Can we jump in the water safely without killing ourselves? Let's do a quick save here. Uh-oh. Back! Nope. It's a good thing I did a quick save.
He's dead already. Slack died already. At level 1.
That was just an error in judgment. That's all. Okay, let's trying to get down there quickly. Okay, there's our requisite death. Got that out of the way. Everybody happy? Alright, Warrior Stone. And that's it for now. Let's get safely to Riverwood. There's nothing else I want to do until I get together some iron gear, which we can do in Riverwood. And then we're going to come back and start working our way through Ember Shard Mine, of course. But we're not going to do it as you think. I'm going to do it mostly as a melee warrior. Mostly as a one-handed warrior. We're not going to stealth archer through it. The general rule is if we can manage combat as a stealth archer, that's wild. The traffic is pretty heavy here. Yeah, if we can manage combat as a stealth archer or as a one-handed warrior, do it. Take advantage of that opportunity. Otherwise, go as a stealth archer. If it's impossible to manage as a one-handed warrior, go as a stealth archer. That's the general rule. In here, we're going to do the Faendal Caper just so we can get access to his stuff.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Thinks his ballad an intelligent, beautiful. I don't need your. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven?
Can do.
I think I've matched that Nord.
Slack, you said no followers. The spirit of the. Hang on, let me just talk to Alvor here.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. Hadvar. I'd be glad to help a friend of Had. What? That explains what I saw earlier. You're right. A trap. Jarl. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Okay, and
like I said,
that means we can
I'm
take
glad
some of your
to help
stuff,
in any
right? We're
way I
looking
can.
mostly for this
Help yourself to
and the
whatever you
potions
need. Within reason.
and the lockpick. Everything else we don't need.
Good day.
Okay, as far as followers, the spirit of that is to not use a follower in combat. Okay, and we're not going to use Faendal as a follower in combat. We're just taking him on temporarily to get his stuff, and then they're going to dismiss him right away. So do this little caper here, talk to Camille.
Maybe you could talk some sense into
I have a letter for you from
another
Sven.
What's this? You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not.
Very good. Let's go back talk to
You're strapping.
Faendal. Take these cabbages.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
You can always find them by hooking up miscellaneous and Looking at that, theories
What?
over there.
What is it now, Mother?
Find
Tell
out.
me as soon as you've given Camilla
I
the
don't think
letter.
Camilla will be spending any more time with
I
Sven.
appreciate your help. Please, take this.
Alright, follow
Lead the
me.
way. I've got your back.
I want to trade some things with you.
What do you want me to carry?
And we want this, and the hunting bow, and the key to his house. That's it.
Let's get going then.
Nope. Sorry. You're
I'll
fired.
Head back home if you need me.
That's it. Just wanted his stuff. Most particularly the hunting bow and the 12 arrows. Now, let's go to his house. He's got some iron gear that we can use. There's actually an iron helmet back in Helgen Keep. This shield is actually a pretty good shield. Pretty good starter shield. I'm kind of wondering if it's really worth it to have this 15% frost resistance. I don't think this is really going to come into play. I'd rather have the extra 3 armor rating. But we'll keep it on board for now, just in case. Take the potions. Take the arrows. And those arrows. And that's pretty much... Oh yeah, the mace. So we can drop one of the... 2 of these. Okay, so that's our... one-handed weapons for now. Your number 4, and the iron sword is a backup. Take the spuds. And there's nothing else we can use except maybe some garlic, if he has any. Which can be used in a beef stew recipe. Now we're just looking for... Did we check this, the chest? Gold, lockpicks, and arrows. That's pretty much what we're going to be looting from everybody. Arrows, great. Gold. And potions, of course. Great, another potion of true shot. And we're good. Okay, let's go to Alvar's. First thing you want to do is grab these free iron boots and these free iron gauntlets. Okay, so we almost got a set of iron gear together. All we need is the armor, which is actually... you guys go out. You go out. Keep that. Yeah. It's actually quite rare, but there is some in the basement in Alvar's house. You have to steal it, though. Of course, we've already stolen the vegetable soup from,
Company.
Wow. That'd be really useful. Okay, well remember it's there. Yeah, we already stole the vegetable soup from Anise. So hard thugs are already after us. There's no point trying not to steal anything now. It's too late. Here's the iron armor, and gimme. Okay, very good.
Helgen was destroyed? How did you get away?
I don't know where to stop. You know I was
Pile up on the
assigned to
booze for now. We're gonna
John's
need that
skull.
later.
We will stop in Helgen. When we
Salt pile is
attack,
actually good for beef stew recipe. Take
by a
that.
dragon.
When your friend
And that's
told
it.
me,
We're ready to go anyway.
I
There's
didn't
some
believe
arrows
it at
here. I
first
forgot about
either.
those.
Mara's mercy. A dragon? In Helgen?
Mara's Mercy. That's
Oh, you
interesting.
could be here at any
Okay, so weaponry. We're looking at a hunting bow. Sweet. 18 iron arrows. That's pretty good. Hotkey that. And we're good.
I'm sure Riverwood will be alright here.
Next, let's rifle all the barrels in town and hopefully... Bingo! Now we can make some vegetable soup. But if you weren't so lucky, like I said, use the vegetable soup that you ripped off of Annie's. But we can make a batch now. That's rare though. Why are you taking the apples? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna drop those. Let's take all these for vegetable soup. Okay, keep all the booze. The apples can go in. Even though I could probably eat them later and like... If we're really in a pinch to, you know, to bring up our health. Let's go make some veggie soup. Although this is entirely optional if you're lucky enough to find some
Maybe
tomatoes.
you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
This will allow us to do perpetual power attacks.
Not sure you should be walking around naked.
You know, you got a point there. There we go. How's that? Alright, no biz is ready for business. Saddle up, lock and load. And let's hotkey that shield. We're good. Let's do this. Okay, Ember Shard Mine, get right with your maker. You want to save your stamina for now because we don't want to take the vegetable soup right away. So we're going to have to take this guy down without vegetable soup.
Never should have come here.
Okay, and we're out of here. Once he starts hitting, like laying it in on you, run away. Get out in the open here. And just keep backing away. And do a double power attack and keep backing away. Wait for your stamina to recharge a little bit. It's gonna be close.
Tell you what, when we start running, I'll stab you in the back.
Got him. Haha. Alright, and you have gold, lockpick, and the steel sword. We'll take that. You're out. You're hired. Pardon me, you're hired. Heal whenever you can, even if you're going to wait to recharge everything. Because it helps level up restoration. Okay. We're off to a good start. Don't forget this woodcutter's axe here. There's also one in Faindel's place. Bow up. All iron gear off. We have 2 iron helmets. We don't need that. Alright. First thing you want to do is grab all the torches. Make it nice and dark. Especially this one. Alright, 2 guys down there by the campfire.
I told you, we have someone standing guard out there. Don't forget the rock trap to break up. So, stop your worrying and get some rest. Your shift is coming up and I don't want you dozing off again like last time.
Alright, you got the gist of that. Alright, one guy whom I call him the patrol. He always goes up here, goes down there, and goes into like the little storeroom area there. We're gonna go stealth archer on him. And then retreat back to just in front of this right here, right about here. Don't push too deep back into there because you could actually get stuck there, like really stuck. So be careful. Just behind these bushes is good enough. There he is right there. Let's do this. Wait till he plants. Let it fly. Got him. Sneak back here behind the grass. Right about here. Hang tough. Make sure you have all your iron armor off. And just hang tough right here. You're going stealth archer because it's way too dangerous to take on both these guys at once. It's pretty much impossible at level 1, even at level 3. Okay, hang tough, hang tough, hang tough, hang tough, hang tough, hang tough. That's close. Close one. Yeah, that was risky. What you should really do, and if you have the patience, is you should wait for them to reset. By reset, let that one go back to working at the iron ore vein, and let this one go back to the storeroom, and then go at them again. If you don't have the patience, do what I did. Take a pot shot as he's returning, but it's kind of risky, as you saw. Okay, let it fly again. Very good.
Anybody there?
Nope. Nobody here. Go on about your business. If things go sideways, you can always bail out and just run out of the mine. Do I have a shot? No, I don't have a shot on him. Guess we'll have to wait for him to reset. Okay, wait for him to plant. Let fly.
Someone there?
Here he comes. Stop. Stop.
Is
Okay,
someone
we
there?
can probably finish him off without having to wait for them to reset. Unfortunately, that guy's blocking my line of fire. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And got him. That's it. That's okay. No problem. Put on your iron gear. Take your vegetable soup. Now's the time to eat the vegetable soup. And best weapon up and shields up, Scotty. Let's go. Basically power bash until you stagger him. If you can't stagger him, power bash again. Excellent. Heal up, and we leveled up. Power bash is when you have your shield up when you're blocking and press the attack button. Almost always staggers him. So basically the routine is power bash to stagger, and then do a double power attack by double tapping the attack button and holding down the second attack. That's a double power attack. Okay, so power bash, double power attack, and watch him carefully. If he's staggered, go for another double power attack. If he's not staggered, go for a power bash until he's staggered, and just watch him. And sometimes you can just back away to avoid the attacks, and that's that. And we leveled up everything into Magicka until I say different. Okay, I have choices now. You can either make yourself more powerful or make yourself more resistant to damage. My notes say put it into one-handed. I'm kind of wondering though if that's really a good idea. Here I go, changing my strategy on the fly. I better do it. Better stick with the plan. Okay, so let's go into one-handed. Armsman 1. Basically bring the Armsman 1, Armsman 2, and then swing on over to Heavy Armor, Juggernaut 1, and Juggernaut 2. Those 4 perks are pretty much the first 4 perks we're going to get. Checking everybody for, oh great, Steel Mace for usable items, money, lockpicks, and arrows. Okay, so we can dump this. We got a better mace. That's great. Excellent. And there's nothing down here we can use. Can't use the pickaxe. Leave that torch. Grab this torch. You want to make it nice and dark here. Salt pile, we can use that. As soon as we lower the drawbridge, 2 guys are going to come in here. Hang back there in the dark, and we're going to wait. One's going to go investigate the front door, and the other one's going to come in this area here. When he comes in, we're gonna ambush him. That's the plan. Let's do it. Hang right back here and wait for them.
You did? Your eyes peeled. I don't think we're alone. You check the entrance. I'm going to look over here.
And that's another thing too. It's probably best to always lead with a dual-wielding power attack and then switch to the shield. Because you can get a freebie, you know, when you first attack him, it's pretty much a freebie, so you might as well go with everything I got. Throw the kitchen sink at him and then go defensive. Okay, here we go.
You picked a bad time to get lost. Son of That's all you've got?
He's blocking a lot. And he's blocking a lot. Keep shield bashing. Gotta kill him quickly. Okay. Quick heal. Okay. Shields up. Try to get this guy in the tunnel so he doesn't bop around too much. Got him. You hear me slamming on the mouse, eh? Okay, gold, lockpicks, and anything we can use. There's nothing we can use, that's it. Okay. Keep moving along. Don't wait, whatever you do, to recharge your health, stamina, or magicka, because you're going to use up your vegetable soup. And I'm assuming that you only have the one, and you're not like me. You weren't lucky enough to find more tomatoes. Alright, so we got 8 minutes left. Let's go after the next guy. He's in front of the cage. Same deal here. Once again, let's go for a dual-wielding, lead with a dual-wielding power attack, and then... Beautiful.
Try and fight back. You won't live to see tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She's got the key. Take the key and hopefully another steel mace. Interesting. Hopefully there's something good in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Baby needs new shoes. Come on. An iron warhammer of sparks. Huh. Okay, that might be useful. Even though we're not going to put any points into two-handed, that might be useful. And take all the gold. We're going to come back and search all the barrels later. Don't waste your time searching now because we're on the vegetable soup clock. Alright, take these torches because you want it nice and dark in here, because we're going to be running back here in a hurry later on. Okay, and get your best dual wielding configuration up. There's the archer. Let's wait for the archer to go away. He always patrols up that way. He's on the bridge and he patrols up like there, like that. The guy working at the forge is the next target. What we're going to do is we're just going to simply not sprint. Actually, it doesn't matter if we sprint because we have vegetable soup. Sprint right up and try to corner him right up against the forge and just dual wield power attack until either he breaks out or he's dead. If he breaks out, switch to the shield. Alright, that's the plan. Oh yeah, and after we kill him, we're going to run away all the way back and take your, like, booze to give you stamina. Okay, here we go. That worked perfectly. That's the thing, they get cornered like that. If you get cornered like that, they can't react. Okay, let's just take all the wine and booze to recover our stamina. Put away weapons and run. Because there's a two-handed warrior there who's coming after us now. And usually you can lose him. I don't even think he came after me. Let's just follow the plan anyways. Run all the way back here. Typically he doesn't follow you this far if you ran away fast enough. Let's hunker down. Okay, we're hidden. That's great. So they've reset. That's great. Okay. So far so good. Bow up. Iron armor off. Get all sneakified. The two-handed warrior is a tough fight. It's a really tough fight. Even one-on-one. So I want a bit of an advantage. There's a stealth archer there. Or the archer there, rather. The two-handed warrior is sitting in that chair right there. You can actually reach him from here. Take a shot right there. Got him. Great. Now what you want to do is go right here. He's going to investigate. As soon as he comes by to investigate, let's sneak by him. Grab this torch. Okay, this is going to go bust. Grab this torch. Come on. Come on. Here he comes. Okay, let's go. That's it. We're busted. Go in the tunnel. If this happens, go in the tunnel, gear up, and get ready for the fight of your life. I say go shield right away. Wait for them to stagger. Great, got an advantage. I gotcha. I got you now. You're down. Haha. I'll show you what to do if that plan works perfectly. That's the contingency plan. Okay, we just got the stealth or the archer left, who's just got a dagger. If you get right up in their face, all they've got is a dagger. So you might as well go dual wielding and run up and get right up in their face and go hard at him. And just zigzag as you go up to him so he tends to miss. Made it. And we leveled up. Points into Magicka. A second point into Armsman. I should have done that earlier, but or rather I could have done that earlier, but I was waiting for kind of an emergency situation where if I ran out of health, I could always level up to get my health back. And that's it. Ember Shard Mine. Mostly meleeed. Cool. And we'll take your arrows. You always get a good stock of arrows. And that's it. That's the end of this video. We're off to a good start. Hey, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. See you next video when we take on some more extreme Skyrim pure combat. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.